Hey, Battle Bill, here with another video, and today we're getting some more Season 6 Ultra League Premier Cup Go Battle League battles. Today I have another submission and a feature for you guys from a fellow PvPer of the community by the name of Rip Trainer Name. Now, this battler is going to be showcasing us a set of battles using Alolan Raichu, an XL Alolan Raichu, in these Ultra League battles, and before level 50 came out, Alolan Raichu maxed out around the 2200 range, and thankfully, well, I guess thankfully for Alolan Raichu, now that level 50 is here, it maxes out a little bit over 2500, so hitting the level 50 range or a little bit below it a couple levels puts it in a better range for some Ultra League battles, giving it some additional bulk and more play. On top of that, this trainer is showcasing a very unique move set on the Alolan Raichu with a quick move of Volt Switch and charge moves of Grass Knot and Psychic. So no electric charge moves, and I'm extremely excited to see how this plays out and how he uses and utilizes Alolan Raichu in these battles. So if you guys are excited for some XL content, some more unique content coming to you for some Pokemon Go Battle League battles, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It really goes a long way in helping me support the channel and continue to put out the content that I try to put out for you guys on a daily basis. So let's get into this first match. He's going up against Daisuke Banana, and he's using a Gallade lead, and I'm assuming Alolan Muck might also be a potential save swap here. I want to say Alolan Raichu is the closer, but he has the Pokemon positioned in a way that if I was positioning it, the Alolan Raichu would have been like in the third slot instead of second slot, but that's just, you know, my OCD. Doesn't really make a difference. Getting to this first match, he's going up against a Charizard lead, so not a great one, and he decides to not shield it, and it looks like he's just going to sacrifice the Gallade in this situation. Honestly, that could have been a Blast Burn and taken out the Gallade, so that was quite the play. He does get a shield from the Charizard and then decides to swap into the Alolan Raichu, and actually this is huge that he got that one shield with the close combat, because he can double Grass Knot or throw them one at a time here, and this will either get the Swampert or like one-shot it. It gets the shield, but now because of the fact that he never shielded that Dragon Claw on the Gallade, he can double shield his Alolan Raichu here and win out this situation, which is going to be huge. He's going to have to use another shield here for this next Hydro Cannon, but will get to the Grass Knot and take out the Swampert. So it's already showcasing some great play from Alolan Raichu and its unique moveset, because if you're running the double electric moveset of Thunder Punch and Wild Charge, you're really just going to get walled by something like Swampert, but instead takes it out. So I really like this unique play that is being made here. And then they come in with the Venusaur, and now he's going to throw the Psychic. Oh my lord, this moveset came in clutch for this match. The Psychic practically one-shots the Venusaur, is just short of Volt switching it down. This is an insane first match, and all he has to worry about now is a Charizard that does not have a lot of health because of all the confusions from the Gallade, and even with Dragon Breath and Blast Burn, the Alolan Muck will be able to beat out this Charizard, and the Venusaur is practically dead. So the Blast Burn is going to land. Alolan Muck has plenty of health. He's going to throw the Dark Pulse. He cannot snarl it down. No reason to take that kind of chance, especially after Alolan Raichu just absolutely clutched this match and would not have clutched it with the usual moveset that is typically recommended. So honestly, could we see a change in the meta? I know it's one match, Battle Bill, you're getting too excited. But Swampert and Venusaur are some huge players in Ultra League Premier Cup battles, and that Alolan Raichu just like swept the back line. So that was honestly insane. Let's see if this moveset comes in clutch for some future matches, or if he's going to be wanting to have Thunder Punch or Wild Charge for any of these upcoming situations. Getting into the second match of the set, he's going up against Ferdinand P10, and let's see what lead he's going to run into with his Gallade. He's got a Gallade on Abomasnow lead here. This is a pretty neutral lead. It's very dependent on landing the close combat and potentially baiting out a shield, whereas the Abomasnow can throw Energy Ball or Weather Ball and just essentially spam damage to the Gallade. He shields the first move, ends up being a Weather Ball, and he's just going to continue to Confusion. Another charge move's coming through. This will definitely be another Weather Ball just based on how quickly it's being thrown by the Abomasnow. He decides not to shield it, makes sense, puts the Gallade in the yellow, and then they swap into an Ampharos. This team was pretty familiar. I wonder what their third Pokemon is. Is this one of the teams that I featured as my go-to team? That'd be really funny if we ran into it here. So he ends up matching the Ampharos with his Alolan Raichu, assuming the typical moveset on the Ampharos of Thunder Punch and Focus Blast, both of which Alolan Raichu would resist. This is going to be a Thunder Punch, and with that extra bulk, it really comes in handy for the Alolan Raichu here. Now, he decides to throw a Psychic here, and I think that Grass Knot's more energy efficient, and oh wow, they decided to shield. That was quite the play. But Grass Knot is less energy, and even though... No, Grass resists electric, not the other way around. They threw a focus blast. Wow, even resisted that, took out the Alolan Raichu. Probably wanted to go double Grass Knot in that situation, to be honest. But either way, Gallade comes in, confusions it down, has a bunch of energy now, and can close combat at the Abomasnow. So let's see if the opponent decides to shield the first charge move coming through. They do not. It wipes out the Abomasnow, swaps into Alolan Muck, and is being met by a Shadow Swampert. So this is just not a great situation to be in. Would have definitely preferred to have his Alolan Raichu with Grass Knot going up against his Shadow Swampert, and I don't think he's going to be able to play out of this one. He's going to want to try and throw double Dark Pulses, but one will get the shield, the other one will not take out the Swampert, even though it's a Shadow, a little glassier than the regular Swampert in Ultra League battles, but regardless, not looking like a great situation. Does get the second Dark Pulse off. This will definitely get the Swampert shield here, but the Swampert's also over farming, probably worried about the potential energy on the Gallade. So he's gonna let Alolan Muck go down here. Hydro Cannon's gonna come through, take it out. The Gallade's honestly a Mudshot range, so even if they decide to throw, maybe they should have thrown. He's gonna get off the Leaf Blade. I thought it was gonna get Mudshot down in its current health. It's alive with 1 HP. Can it? Oh, the Abomasnow is dead. Why did I think that Abomasnow was still alive? Alright, well, Alolan Raichu didn't do too much in this match, but Gallade really clutched it out, and I really thought that Abomasnow was alive in the back, so my apologies. Alolan Muck did its job, and Gallade really clutched it with its health, surviving that mud shot with very low HP. Alright, getting to the third match of the set, has Gallade on a Gyarados lead here, and here, I don't think this is a terrible lead for Gallade. Definitely, the confusions are going to chunk away at the Gyarados, spam the Leaf Blades as quickly as possible. They'll deal neutral damage because of Gyarados' water flying typing, but Gyarados is pretty glassy, so it's going to want to shield up. He decides to swap after getting the shield. 1 Volt Switch did an insane amount of damage. They keep on matching the Alolan Raichu with Venusaur. This is the second one. I don't think they're going to be expecting the Psychic coming through. Let's see what the opponent decides to do. They did not expect that Psychic. Oh my lord, that does so much damage. Can use a shield here to preserve the Alolan Raichu. Alolan Raichu is definitely going to come in clutch for the remainder of the match and scare away that Gyarados. Let's see what the opponent's other Pokemon is. It's going to be a Machamp. Well, they definitely got a shield here now that they know the Alolan Raichu's running Psychic. They don't want to see their Machamp get one shot by the Alolan Raichu just like the Venusaur did. So they do shield it up. The question becomes, do you shield and go for another Psychic? Will the Machamp get the 2 Cross Chops? Will 2 Cross Chops even do the job? He decides not to shield. I guess he's probably testing out himself. The Alolan Raichu does survive, gets to the Psychic, but the opponent pulls a great swap, catching the Psychic on the Gyarados. But honestly, even with that great swap, Alolan Muck in the back, or Gallade with all this health, is going to be able to confusion down the Machamp and still going to win the match. So that is 2 out of the 3 matches where Alolan Raichu, with this specific moveset, has come in extremely clutch. So really exciting stuff going on here. Getting into the 4th match of the set, going up against AG from Japan. And let's see what type of lead he's going to pull in this match. I honestly cannot believe. I can't believe how much damage the Psychics are doing against Venusaur. I mean, they are stabs. Psychic's a big move. And Alolan Raichu being powered up literally at like that 2500 mark. It does make sense. It does make sense. And I like that. Oh, we got an error out there. Game error. So hopefully we can find a 4th match relatively soon. But Alolan Raichu with that extra bulk too, even though it already resists the Cross Chops, the fact that I don't think, even with its resistances, would have been able to survive the Cross Chops and the counters from the Machamp in any other situation, definitely came in clutch there too. So having that XL Alolan Raichu making a big difference. Getting to the 4th match with the Gallade on a Kingdra lead here. Over farming a bit, definitely wants to get off the first Leaf Blade before this Kingdra throws the Octazooka. There's no reason for the Kingdra to throw an Outrage just because of the fact that Gallade is pretty glassy. The Dragon Breaths are doing a bunch of damage, and the Octazooka gives a chance at debuff. So Rip Trainer is going to shield this. It's going to be the Octazooka, like I said. The Gallade unfortunately does get debuffed, which is very frustrating. Gonna go for the close combat though. This will definitely do more damage than the Leaf Blade would. Again, it is a little bit debuffed. Should be enough to take out. Gets the shield, swaps into a Alolan Muck. Okay, let's see how the opponent decides to respond. The opponent decides to keep in the Kingdra. Is this going to be another Octazooka or an Outrage? Another Octazooka calls it. That's huge. Doesn't get debuffed. That's great. Over farming a bit here just because of the... Oh, the Kingdra got away. Definitely want to get rid of that Kingdra. Kingdra is a very pesky Pokemon. in Ultra League Premier Cup battles. It's very bulky and very oppressive with his Dragon Breaths, and then having Octazooka with that debuff is very frustrating to deal with. So definitely probably would have preferred landing the Dark Pulse there, but Empoleon comes in, and 2 Dark Pulses go through, get the Empoleon really low. Empoleon's going for a charge move. Gonna probably let the Alolan Muck go down here so they can farm it up with the Alolan Raichu and see what Alolan Raichu can do in this endgame scenario and see what the opponent has in the back. So that was clutch. Full switch the Empoleon down. Does the Kingdra come back in, or they come in with the Kanto Muck? Oh my lord, this moveset. I honestly can't believe how clutch it's been for him to be running the charge moves that he's running. I never would have imagined how much play Alolan Raichu with Grass Knot and Psychic would have had. Just because you're so used to thinking, you know, go for the Stab Thunder Punch. It's a cheaper move. Go for Wild Charge. It hits so hard. But just typing-wise and what people use to counter Alolan Raichu, having Psychic or even Grass Knot is huge, because the Grass Knot lets it beat Swamperts, which are usually used to counter Alolan Raichu, and we've already seen the Grass Knot beat some Swamperts, and we've also seen the Psychics coming clutch to beat other counters for Alolan Raichu, like the Venusaurs, and I don't know if I necessarily consider Kanto Muck a counter for it, but definitely Kanto Muck does have Dark Pulse, which would have been super effective against Alolan Raichu here and giving it some trouble. So he's currently 4-0 in this set, and Alolan Raichu really clutched 3 of those matches. I can't wait to get into this 5th one. Going up against Costas K. Ruth. Let's see what lead Rip Trainer is going to get here. He's got a Gallade on a Crustal lead. So with the rock moves, Gallade's going to be resisting all the quick moves. These confusions are doing neutral damage, and the Leaf Blades would be dealing neutral damage. No reason to even debuff yourself going for the close combats, because those would also be doing neutral damage. A lot of neutral damage being dealt by Gallade here. I'm assuming, based on that, and the fact that that Leaf Blade went through, honestly, probably doesn't need to shield this. It'll be a resisted Rock Slide or an X-Scissor, which would deal neutral damage. He does end up shielding it there. Probably wants to commit to the confusion down and realize that they would get off another charge move. If he didn't shield, he could have gotten the Leaf Blade off first and still won out the lead, but now gets to leave the lead situation with a bunch of energy and is going to close combat the Gallade. So probably going to close combat and dip. Definitely doesn't want to give this Gallade extra energy. The opponent decides to shield it, swaps into Alolan Muck. Let's see how the opponent's going to try and match it. They stay in with the Gallade mostly because they're probably going to throw a close combat of their own and then dip, but they CMP tied. So he's letting the close combat go through. Alolan Muck is a tank. This Dark Pulse is going to force a shield if the opponent wants to keep the Gallade alive. They do shield it. Probably going to swap out. Haven't swapped out yet. They cannot confusion down. They can get off a Leaf Blade. Oh, they pull off a crazy swap into Venusaur to catch this Dark Pulse. So really good swap. Gallade leaves with energy and a little bit of health, essentially. Unfortunately, the Alolan Muck is going to get Vine Whip down. So that's not great. Probably comes into Gallade here to try and confusion down or do as much confusion damage as possible and eat a Frenzy Plant like this. So the Venusaur built up all that energy. It's going to let the Gallade take it and go down, and is going to rely on Alolan Raichu to clutch this out. So we have a Venusaur here, and we have a Gallade in the back. Gonna want to shield this. Frenzy Plant's going to hurt more than a Gallade Leaf Blade. And again, close combat would be resisted, but that might also hurt really badly too. Going to overfarm, recognizing the fact that the Venusaur just threw a Frenzy Plant, so can get another Volt Switch in. Going for the Psychic, this will definitely take out the Venusaur's remaining health. That Gallade does have energy. Will the Alolan Raichu be able to get to the charge move in time? Was that a CMP tie? Does Alolan Raichu win CMP against Gallade? That felt like a CMP tie. Will the Psychic take out the remaining health? It does. And Alolan Raichu just clutched 4 wins in a 5-0 set. Rip Trainer Name, thank you for the submission, man. These were some insane battles, and they were so well played on both ends. Like, the opponents he was going up against were highly skilled. These are some extremely meta teams, and I'm blown away. I'm blown away, honestly. I'm kind of breathtaking at the fact that Alolan Raichu performed as well as it has. So let's see him claim his rank rewards, and he just hits Veteran on that 5-0 set. So you can already see, like I said, high skill, high rank battles, hitting over 2,500 elo right after that 5-0 set. Rip Trainer Name, thank you so much for the submission, guys. Let me know what you thought of those battles, and God, let me know about Alolan Raichu. That's honestly, those were some insane battles, and I cannot wait to start maxing out my own. There's so many XL Pokemon that I want to invest in, and Alolan Raichu wasn't on my radar. Another one that's just been recently brought to my attention is Frostlass. So we got to be on the lookout for potential Pikachu nests to get those XL candies. And then, unfortunately, Snorunt Spotlight Hour just passed. So I don't know why I'm bringing up Frostlass now. But regardless, that's just another random one that came to my mind. But definitely hunt the costume Pikachus during this winter event so you can get as many XL candies as possible. Maybe invest in your own Alolan Raichu because Volt Switch, Grass Knot, Psychic, Alolan Raichu definitely has its little niche in the meta. But again, guys, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It does go a long way. It's really appreciated, and I hope you all enjoyed these battles. I will see you all in the next video.